if you talk about the SSC CGL Tier 1, there are totally 25 questions are there and the marks are 50. So don't look at the number of questions and please look at the number of marks. So number of marks is the matter, but not the number of questions. So each question carry how many marks? So 2 marks. So in the Tier 1, each and every subject carry equal marks. That means along with the quantitative aptitude and English and reasoning and whatever it may be, and you give equal importance to the general awareness also. Okay, everyone knows that the Tier 1 is qualifying nature. Earlier, people used to ignore the general awareness because, and that is part of only the Tier 1 examination, because it is which is in qualifying nature. But now the CGL people like me, maybe they are involved in the syllabus preparation and they included general awareness in the Tier 2 also. They include in the Tier 2 also. So SSC CGL Tier 2, the topic was breakup. Here you can see in the session 1, there is a general awareness. And how many questions are there? 25 questions. I told you just now. And don't look at the number of questions and look at the number of marks. Okay, right. 25 questions are there and each question carry how many marks? And 3 marks. So total how many marks? 75 marks. I hope that you are an aspirant, serious aspirant. You know the value of each and every question and each and every mark in the examination. And each and every mark will decide your future. So in the Tier 2 examination, whatever the marks you are going to score is going to be added in the total. So the 75 marks weightage is there for general awareness. So my dear students, and the old students and new students, so please think about the general awareness which carry almost the 75 marks. Is it right? So getting the job is not only the basic thing, and getting the right job is the main thing. Getting the right job in a sense, suppose you are preparing the civil service examination where IAS is there, IPS is there, IRS is there, and central A job is there, B job is there. There are many jobs are there. But what is your aim? Your aim is IAS. And if you want to become the IAS officer, and you should be the topper in the batch. In SSC CGL also, getting the job is not important. Getting the right job is important. And if you want to get the right job, and you should become the topper in the batch. So getting the high score. That means along with the mental ability, along with the computer knowledge, along with every other subjects, and give the equal importance to general awareness and where the 75 questions and 75 marks are there. So you should understand that the importance of general awareness completely changed in SSC CGL. In Tier 1 and 50 marks are there, and in Tier 2 75 marks are there. Is it clear? Okay. After learning about these marks, and let us go into the topic wise breakup. Because, before starting your preparation and knowing the weightage is very, very important. Because there are many subjects are there in general awareness. So which subject you should give the top priority and which subject you should give the less priority. And that is the most important thing. Okay. And if you look at the chapters, current affairs, history, polity, geography, economy, biology, physics, chemistry, and some other things are there. And if you observe that, on average, from current affairs, how many questions they are asking? So almost 3 to 5 questions from current affairs only. Don't worry. So many people thinking that the general awareness is ocean. Even though it is ocean also has a limit. I mean, getting point? Even though the general awareness is ocean has also limit. Am I right? So even though current affairs is ocean, but I will tell you that how you are going to get the marks easily in the current affairs. Because if you go through the previous questions, if you observe the previous questions, and you can catch the pulse of the examiner and where he is asking the questions in the current affairs. Everybody says that every day there are 10 to 15 points are there regarding current affairs. But is it necessary? We should know about what Prime Minister Modi is doing across the country, across the world. Is it necessary? No. So knowing the right point is very, very important. So where you have to focus and which point you have to remember, which point you have to ignore, and ignoring is the most important point. Here in general awareness, ignoring the topics are very, very important, which are useless. So in the current affairs, we are going to discuss the current affairs which are very, very useful in the examination. The second thing is history. For many people, history is a mystery. But here, if you listen my classes, if you come to ACE, it is not a mystery, right? So on average, how many questions they're asking? 2. Sometimes they're asking questions 4. Sometimes they're asking questions 5. See, don't look at the number of questions and look at the marks. If they're asking 3 questions, that means you're getting 6 marks. You know the value of each and every mark. And come to polity, and on average, 2 questions polity, and geography, 2 marks, and economy, 1 to 2 questions, and together that biology, physics and chemistry, the general science. So whatever the examination conducted by the central and state level, obviously there is more importance given to general science. Almost 4 to 5 questions they're asking. 4 to 5 questions in the sense into 2, totally how many marks? 10 marks. So 10 marks from general science. And also the static GK and art and culture, and you are getting almost 4 to 5 marks. If you observe this table, so which topic has the more weightage? That is the more important. So out of 25 questions, at least 4 to 5 questions asking from the art and culture and GK. And 4 to 5 questions they're asking from general science. And 3 to 4 questions they're asking from current affairs. Simple. So if you want to get more number of marks in the general awareness and give the top priority to the static GK, art and culture, and also the current affairs and also history, and most important thing is general science. So obviously, now you tell me, out of 20 questions, on average, how many questions attempted by student? Do you think that 25? Do you think that 20? Definitely no. So you are going to attempt roughly 15 to 16 questions, or sometimes you can attempt to 20 questions also if your preparation is very and good and very nice. So don't think about the 25 questions and think about the 15 to 16 questions, and which is going to give you job. So when you're writing examination, 100 questions are there. Do you think that are you going to attempt all 100 questions? Definitely no. So the number of marks which are going to give the job, please focus on that. So if you give the top priority to the static GK and art and culture and science and technology, the general science part and current affairs, obviously you're going to get the how many questions? You're going to solve almost 15 to 60 questions. Okay, this is not the last session. This is the first session. This is the only first session for general awareness. And tomorrow onwards, we are going to have the live classes, and where we are going to explain the strategy for current affairs, strategy for history, strategy for polity, everything we are going to discuss. So today I'm going to tell you the weightage, the importance of general awareness, and I'm going to discuss some sample questions only. Okay, so this is the SSC CGL 2020 general awareness breakup. You can see polity in one session, 1 question, and another session, 2 questions, another session, 1 question, another session, 2 questions. And if you see history, the history weightage increased to 60 kgs to 80 kg like that. So 5 questions, 3 questions, 3 questions, 4 questions, 4 questions, and average in history almost 3 questions are there. And Indian art and culture, actually this is part and parcel of Indian history. And if you go through Indian history very well, and you're going to get the marks from art and culture. For example, they'll ask you question, who built Qutub Minar, and who has built Taj Mahal, and that is part of history only. So that is not only part of art and culture, but which is integral part of the Indian history. So this is combined together, you can see almost 7 questions out of 25 questions. And geography also, on average they are asking question geography, so 2 to 3 questions they are asking. And economy and general science, general knowledge, and current affairs. Here I will tell you something. Usually the students used to ask me, sir, for example, Indian history is there. They'll ask you, sir, which part is more important, ancient, medieval, or modern? And they'll ask you again a question, sir, in geography, which part we have to give the importance, physical geography or Indian geography? Like that they are going to ask the questions. Imagine that SSC CGL exam, they are not going to conduct on one time. They are going to conduct examination in multiple sessions. Am I right? For example, daily 3 sessions are there. Daily 3 sessions are there. In each session, for example, history questions are 3 in each session. So total how many questions are there? 9 questions are there. And if they conducted session for 10 days, almost how many questions? 90 questions. So they are going to ask you 90 questions from history only. So if you are the examiner, if you are preparing questions, what you are going to think, tell me? So already so many questions asked from the past 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. They asked a number of thousands of questions in the history. So every time they need to check the new questions. They'll frame the new questions every time. So that's why the preparation is very, very important, and the strategy is going to change every year. Like question changes, the strategy also changes.